Oh hey, it's your friend that still doesn't really get the hype around blueprints. It's okay, I guess, but am I missing something? I'm gonna play it, but whatever. But I'm back for some more piping hot tech tea. So without further ado, let's get into it. Here are 4 tech updates to get you through the rest of the week. RuneScape Dragonwilds was shadow dropped 2 weeks after its announcement. Here's what you need to know. RuneScape's kind of sequel spin-off was announced about 2 weeks ago. If you haven't watched that, shame on you. Everything that comes out of my mouth is worth listening to. No, but the game is a single co-op quest that takes place in Ashenfall and gives you all the crafting survival mechanics you've come to love or hate from the 24-year-old game. But this time in Unreal Engine 5 graphics. You can face a wide range of beasts in Ashenfall, but none more notable than the dragons which live there. It's actually up to you and your friends, if you have any, to slay the Dragon Queen. Jagex has previously stated in the teaser trailers that the game would be released in open access in spring, which they weren't wrong since it was released unexpectedly last Tuesday. Jagex comments that they're committed to making RuneScape Dragonwilds a community-driven game that players want to come back to again and again. They go on to say that they believe the best way to develop a game is to make it alongside the fans, which is why they opened up access relatively quickly. It's a strategy that we've seen from successful games recently like Hades 1, 2, and Baldur's Gate 3, so clearly these devs may be onto something. Take note, bigger devs, maybe if we had public beta, Square Enix may actually have a Final Fantasy other than 14 that actually makes money. The developer said that Dragonwild's full release is most likely going to be in early 2026 and include a lot more content, but for now you can pick it up on Steam for just $29.99, which includes any of the updates that come out throughout the year. Speaking of shadow drops, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion was announced and released via trailer on Tuesday. Here's what you need to know. Just over 19 years after its original release date, Bethesda heard all of your cries for 6 and gave you a remaster of 4. Turns out, shadow dropping was the way to go too. Steam registered over 180,000 congruent players just after its announcement, which is wild seeing as it was in the middle of a workday. I'm not saying some of you are just jiggling your mouse around, but I mean, the game did jump up to the top selling game by revenue in just one day. Again, that was with zero premeditation from buyers. You really said, recession? Who is she? The game was completely remastered using Unreal Engine 5, and even though it looks stunning, Bethesda has tried to recreate this classic without ruining the charm and quirks its longtime fans have. Bethesda has tried to recreate this classic without ruining the charm and quirks its longtime fans have loved about it for all of these years. Likewise, the devs understand the community enough to acknowledge Sky Oblivion exists and has stated recently that they have no plans to take down the mod or hinder it. They actually helped some of the devs with some of the code. They're just excited the fans are still jazzed about a 19-year-old game. It's clearly not hindering sales at all, so there's that too. While Todd Howard, the head of Bethesda, did introduce the Oblivion release trailer by talking about Elder Scrolls 6, the next chapter, we've only seen a teaser so far, and there's been no new information or footage since then. But if Oblivion's remaster is any indication of what we might expect, maybe this is a teaser after all in and of itself. Scientists have found the strongest evidence of life on other planets yet. Here's what you need to know. Listen, I love you guys, all 10 of you, and I just wanted to talk about this before the foil hats and conspiracy theorists play a game of telephone to tell you all about the alien radio signals SpaceX found. What we know is that with the help of the JWS telescope, astronomers were able to find what they believe to be the presence of dimethyl sulfide, DMS, or dimethyl disulfide, within the atmosphere on a possible Goldilocks planet 124 light years away called K2-18b. The planet is located within the habitable zone of its star and has the best chances of liquid water on its surface. DMS and DMDS for us can only occur within the atmosphere if they are produced by microbial life, phytoplankton. JWS has the capability to look at light within a planet's atmosphere such that they can relate its opacity and other factors to what we can reference here in ours. The thought is that unless there was something on the planet producing it, these gases shouldn't exist in that space. This, like most of human reasoning, takes a lot of assumptions about space, such as we assume because the distance of K2-18b, it is habitable similar to our Earth, and that if we have microbials which produce these compounds, surely a planet 124 light years away would do the same. But in all reality, we have no idea what could produce these compounds. I mean, scientists and engineers have done a lot of equations and experiments, so guessing is really a bastardization of the hard work they put in. In reality though, when we're looking at so many unknown variables of life on distant planets, those traces may be unrecognizable to humans. We might not be able to fathom the laws of physics they abide by there. We have a tendency to assume extraterrestrial things have humanoid traits and tendencies because thinking outside that hurts our craniums. All that to say, if all the stars align and K2-18b really was similar to Earth in terms of physics, biology, and chemistry, scientists have absolutely found traces of life on planet light years away. And finally, US pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch 2 opened up today, and it's been rough. Here's what you need to know. Last week, Nintendo dropped a long-awaited window for when us Americans may be able to pre-order the Switch 2, which is set to release June 5th. After a ton of speculation, the company also confirmed that, at least for now, they're not planning on raising the price of the console due to the completely unnecessary trade war happening right now. Although, the accessories were not spared that luxury, so sorry to the 3 of you that want the USB camera or steering wheel. The pre-order started last night at midnight, which caused almost every one of the participating retailer sites to crash. Target let me check out only to crash and say there's been an error. Walmart just said I was in line and then never gave me a notification after 2 hours of waiting. GameStop just glitched so hard their website is now just telling users to go into one of their 4 remaining locations in person. And Best Buy was immediately snatched by scalpers. Scalpers who have since already listed their non-existing consoles on eBay for well over MSRP. The bastards. Those of you who were in the great 40 and 50 series war know all too well the struggle with now in stock and bots. While some retailers have tried to replenish their stock throughout the day, mostly Walmart, Nintendo has updated their website to only show GameStop as a participating retailer altogether. Things are great, just great. The bright side is that those of us who had filled out the intent to buy using our Nintendo accounts have technically already been registered for a pre-order. So it's really like we pre-ordered. Almost like Nvidia started doing their lottery systems for the 50 series, except this is the day of pre-orders, and I trust Nintendo much more than the Green Goblins dominating the graphics card space. Ugh. That being said, while Nintendo has stated that they are working hard to make sure that there are no supply issues when the Switch 2 does release, they are already worried about the sheer number of pre-orders that are flowing in. There have been 2.2 million pre-orders so far in Japan alone, and they're estimating launch sales will already be higher than those of the PS4 and PS5. Are you one of the lucky ones? Comment whether you did, or let me know how bad bots ruined your night below. That's all I have for now, but if you made it to this part of the video, hit the subscribe button so you never miss a beat. Until then, I'll see you nerds back here on Saturday for some more tech tea.